Queen. You ready? 3, 2.
Yo, what's up world? Soos julle weet, die pin is in. En vandag het ons iemand baie important vir die Afrikaans rap scene. The one and only, LUDA G.
Yes, yeah, guys, spannend bij. Glad to be here.
LUDA. Bro, you were a busy man. I heard you came from a music video just before you landed here. So you say there's something fresh coming?
Yeah, there's something fresh coming. A whole lot of new music, a whole lot of new works, a whole lot of new visuals. So, kijk uit, man, guys.
As you can see, guys, this man's a really busy man. So we don't want to take up much of his time, but we also want to find out as much as we can from him. So I'll give it to Queenie to get into that first few questions that we ask everyone, you know, just to get into you, to get you comfortable. And then once you're in the zone, we'll get more deeper into it, you know. So you can go for it, Queenie.
So LUDA G, vir die mense wat nie weet nie, what is your full name, your age, and where you from?
Government.
Okay.
Government, yeah, let's keep it real.
My full name is Ludwig Leefrecht Adams. I'm from Paul. 7646 Perel Valley. And what is
Your
it?
age.
I'm 22 years old.
Oh, okay, nice. No need ID.
Yeah, and you said you're from Paul, no?
Yes.
So I want to know, like, coming up as an upcoming artist in Paul, what was like the first tough challenges for you?
People not understanding like what my music is about. So as you can see, there's a lot of songs that's going viral now, but I made it already, but my crowd and my people didn't understand my music yet. They had to grow onto it, want is iets niet wat ik gemaakt het. Het was niet amper soos het was klaar, het klaar bestaan nie. Die type stijl wat ik rip, het ik gemaakt. En voor mij, om het te laten groeien aan die mensen koppen in te peren, het heeft een tijdje voor hulle gevat om te adapt to it. So that was the toughest challenge. And you know, also the non-believers and people also like doubting in you. So yeah, but I think, ik denk guys, iets wat niet ik alleen die gaan, ik denk hij is iets wat allemaal die gaan en elke artist die gaan. So I only went through what most of the artists and people are going through. So, but you know how we take it with a pinch of salt and we keep going, we move on.
Yeah, and so you was now from Paul. Do you want to stay like in the area outside of Cape Town, and why?
I have traveled a lot, but I haven't seen enough places to tell you where I want to stay yet. One day when I'm older, like maybe over 4 or 5 years. So I haven't seen enough places, but I would like to stay somewhere private, somewhere calm, and somewhere safe.
Do you have any locations again, like, you know, places, Bahamas? People know where they want to go.
No, like if you
it's private.
No, like if I think like for the type of person I am, you know, I love more local places, you know, but just very quiet. Maybe like we can say Worcester, you know, Oudtshoorn, Neusna, all the places where they show us love. Yeah, but it just has to be like calm and humble and safe and secure.
Okay, no, I believe that. I think all of us want that, you know.
You know,
a
it's
nice comfortability, you know, chill back and know I've done my job.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And then I like what Queenie asked were your challenges. You said it's not something that you go through alone, it's something that other artists go through. Now, is there something that you can tell a different artist, like what is it that you did differently? They didn't understand your music, you said at the beginning, but how did you get it out there? What did you do differently?
You know, it's the type of endurance you need to have and the type of patience you need to have. I think you need patience, I think you need endurance, I think you need consistency as well, because as you can see, I have like a variety of songs. I have chart-topping music, then I have average music, and then I have ik get harde numbers en ik get zachte numbers. I have love songs, I have thug songs, I have club songs. Just for you to be able to create, be creative, stay consistent, and have endurance, man, and just stay positive.
Okay, nah, I like that. I like that answer. No? You know, persistence is the key.
Yeah.
You say. So okay, now if the other artists are listening, just make sure you don't stop dropping her ones, because eventually your time will come. You don't know what song it's gonna be
Yeah.
that will take you to chart-topping numbers, like LUDA said. But okay, I like that. Thank you for the inspiration.
Ja, en I see your swag is on fleek. Is daar misschien enige plannen like for merch, like a LUDA G merch?
Definitely over the next two or 3 months. Wat die volgende 2 of 3 maanden gaan dus definitely goat merch voor die fans release. Wanneer ik het gezien is zo op die maand dat die fans al je goat merch maken, like goat hoodies en zo. But voor die mensen wat het nog niet kan doen voor hulle CAV, definitely ga ik merch drop. En ja man, stay tuned guys, you know, Goat Fam going bigger, Goat Fam, you know, we're just getting started man.
Right, so you're gonna get clothes, you're getting music videos coming soon. What's play you like getting the exclusives here? And everything people like telling us all the new stuff that's gonna happen, and I appreciate that because we like to stay close to the culture. But I think that's the idea of the lounge, to get the culture in here, get people understanding what we're trying to do. So, and then management. You have a manager, Justin Energy.
Yes.
Yeah, how did that come about? How did you and Justin link? How did that partnership happen?
It was like 3 years back, I think it's 2.5 years back. I think, let's say 3 years back. And then me and him, we had the same job. We were jobbing together. So, and I was like the youngest in like, I actually left school when I left school. So I went to go get a job. So, I was the youngest there between all of them. So, I think I was like 16, 17.
Fresh though.
Yeah, I was the youngest there. So he was like, he saw my love and my passion for the music. But he saw I was different, you see. Then in the morning, we would usually need to be by work at 8. But 6 uur, het ek al die TV geskuif al en het ek al like in my eie goed gemaakt by die sitkamer. Then I made myself a studio. So I used to record music there and I used to like work out and I used to do like, all the stuff an artist does, man. And he saw it, hy het het gesien binnen my and he also saw like the way the people react when they see me. Wanneer hulle my sien, man. As amper soos hulle roep my naam, LUDA. And that time I was already topping like 5.5 million. We already like 500,000 views in 7 months. That was also quick. We rose, but kan nie wag nie. And people knew me and they saw me and they showed me the love and the support. And then Energy told me, it's not gonna be long. I'm gonna be a bigger version. Let me not say the biggest, but he knew that I was gonna go somewhere in the industry.
Okay, now that's dope. Give shout out
And
to
that's how we became my manager.
So that's another thing. And then a question on management. Do you think a manager is necessary in the game? Do you think you would have been able to make it this far without your manager?
Definitely, guys, because as you grow and as you expand, you cannot do everything yourself. An artist must do the artwork and an artist must focus on his music while his team handles everything behind him, you see? So you cannot in anything anything you pursue, I think you need to have someone that has your back and stay prayed up and just stay positive.
So let's get into like your music, no? It's an album uit al.
I have
It's a plan now, like.
I'm gonna count them now because the way I am about my music, I just drop and drop and drop. I don't keep track of it, but I think I have like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have like a few 4, 5, 6 EPs and 4 mixtapes. I have over 100 songs, on YouTube, and that is just brainstorming, freestyling, and going about it. But from this year on, we're really tackling things a different way, This year we're dropping less and focusing more on other stuff, other elements. But yeah, to answer your question, I have like a few mixed. I actually do not know how many albums and EPs and mixtapes I have.
And if there plans for an album to come soon, something where
Not the album. Maybe a small mixtape or EP. Maybe like 4 songs. 4 songs or 5 songs and like 3 videos. So yeah.
Yeah, and then on that, like you said, you have a lot of music. You do have a lot of music, bro.
Yeah.
You know what to choose at one point for you to perform. So that's a good thing for the artist to have, a catalog of music that goes back that people can choose from. So like I said in the beginning, you came from a music video. Do we know what song this is? Can you tell us?
I don't know this. I think the song's name is Nothing New. It's with Timmy Powers and with Joseph. So yeah, I think the song's name is Nothing New. I think. But,
That's how new it is. It's nothing new, guys. It's so
I
new.
think nothing new. I think, but the guys who look out for Timmy Powers, look out for Joseph. Shout out to them guys.
Yeah, so you mentioned now like about artists, no? How do you feel like about the underground scene? Van Zuid, maar nou obviously met groot artists geweest. Sal jy feature met underground artists?
And that's why I always have conflict with people, because I have so much love and so much passion for underrated and underground artists, because they do not. Okay, if you can, there's people that choose to stay underground, but there's boys really coming up and trying, but they do not have the resources. And me as a person, I believe more in underrated artists than in people that are already in this game. You know, I believe more in the drive, in the passion. So the type of love that I have, I will always feature underrated artists, underground artists, and you know, we need to give a platform to them as well. And yeah, man, shout out underground artists, much love for them.
Alright. And then, like you were talking
Can
about...
I name a few? Like maybe like, yeah, like maybe like young...
Now, do you know a few that you want to name?
Like
Call them out, shout out.
Shout out Young K-Fly, you know. He's from ATL. He's also doing his thing, holding it down. Shout out Young NBA. Shout out MC Yugi. Shout out Lil G. You know, all the names you haven't heard. Guys, damn, there's a whole lot of... There's a whole lot of... There's a list. There's a whole lot of artists. There's a whole lot of talent. And... yeah, man, guys, you know, there's a whole lot of excitement in the underground scene that you haven't tapped in yet. But like I said, also, it takes a while for people to process things and to understand things. But hopefully I make it clear for them, you know. Hopefully I bring the underground scene to the mainstream.
Man, you can do it, bro. I believe it. You know, I believe it. And then we've been asking about features. I just want to know, because last 2 weeks ago we heard someone's favorite artist is Ali, the rapper. I'm not going to mention who's a rapper, whose favorite rapper that is. Do you have a favorite rapper right now? Someone that you are listening to, someone that you are not modeling, but like, you know, favorite rapper, your favorite music to listen to right now?
Are you talking about in this industry, or are you talking about all over? Overall?
Just for you, what do you like? Your favorite rapper right now that you're listening to? Or was it an old person?
In Afrikaans, no, I listen to NBA Youngboy. I only listen to NBA Youngboy.
NBA Youngboy.
Youngboy,
okay, Youngboy. Yeah. And then, isn't he an English rapper? NBA Youngboy?
Yeah, I only listen to NBA Youngboy.
Yeah, and so you get inspiration from that.
NBA. Say, no, nice. By that time, you're in the jungle, you're coming up as an artist, someone is saying something funny about you, everyone is on your head about what this person said.
Oh, you're gonna leave it like that, Luda. You're gonna leave it like that, Luda.
They can tend to very quick, yeah, you know. But now I'm calm. No one can. I doubt someone can get a reaction out of me saying something bad about me. But that time I was between a rock and a hard place. I was coming up, you know. I was a demon, bro. You know. I wasn't. Don't play with me like that time, bro. Cause it's like, you know, you need to fight for your spot, man. You see. Yeah. But now that I'm here and I have my fans, I have my love, you know. I'm just here to share what type of person I am, what type of goals I want to achieve, and how I'm just here to spread the love, man, guys. Shout out everyone.
And you said your goals and stuff. Like, where do you see LUDA G in the next 3 years?
I see myself very more established, you know, very more professional as an artist. I see myself as definitely gonna make the most music out of all of the artists. I'm definitely gonna make the most music. Definitely gonna put in the I'm gonna be the most hardworking. I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna try to be the best version of myself, you know. So over 3 years, I see myself way more better than I am now. You know, way more all over than
more
I am now. You know,
more established.
Yeah, more well known, like more fans, more bigger, and just a more better version of myself. You know, that's where I see myself over 3 years.
Okay, and it's not gonna stop with music. The music is gonna come. The brand is coming in the next 3 months or so, you said, and then it just grows from there. You don't see yourself slowing down now.
Yeah, nah, definitely. I need to stay in the studio more often though, but definitely gonna make more music and I'm gonna be lit, you know. Yeah.
The next 3 years, hopefully we see some crazy features because we already have crazy features.
Yeah.
Ziggy, Culture Gang, OG. There's names I can mention. Tembi Powers, just like you mentioned. So you have great people that you've worked with now, and I can see it just growing from there. So that is motivation for the next artist that is listening now. So if you don't understand consistency, here's a perfect example of consistency and what consistency will get you. So shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you for doing what you're doing, and the young see it, bro. I won't lie. The people see what you're doing and they like it. Now I want to come to the scene, the Cape Town scene. When it comes to the Cape Town scene, I know because I've been in the game for a while, but when I started, Cape Town was a difficult place, was saturated. There was three, four names of people you could mention that were making it in Cape Town or making waves. Now that the game has changed, how do you see yourself taking control over okay, let's say not Cape Town, because you're from everywhere, because that's from like the South African scene. How do you see yourself coming in now? Because now the African scene is going big. It's going to PE. It's going everywhere.
Yeah.
It's getting big. So how are you going to establish yourself in that market now? And how do you think you're going to do it?
And sometimes I'm gonna answer your question, but I'm also gonna explain, because I think for me as an artist, I'm very young, you know, so I don't have a blueprint how I'm gonna do something and how I'm gonna do this and how I'm gonna do that. I will definitely tell you this with 100% confidence. I know my team behind me will make sure I will be the biggest artist. Mr. Energy, and you know, shout out Mermaid, shout out to the goats at home. But as an artist, just be yourself. Put passion into your music. Put your heart and put your soul into your music. I can make one track and then I can be the biggest artist. Or I can make a whole lot of shit. I can make a whole lot of tracks that's just like has no value into it. And you know, I can work hard. Like I can record every day. You know how many songs I can record. But it's just for me to be to put my heart and my soul into it, and my team that's pushing it. I think that is how I'm going to be the best artist in South Africa and
everywhere in Cape
with
Town,
my team, yeah. You know, so there's always questions that I want to answer, but I think my team will definitely have a blueprint and have a answer to that question that you asked me. So yeah, shout out.
I just want to come back on that. Why I say is because you performed the song Airport before you started, and the Yellow Mans and you knew that song, man. So I know the scene, like people know it everywhere.
Yeah.
So like that song, and when it comes to that song, like who produced the beat of that song?
No, I just downloaded that beat and I produced that song myself.
So it was just, so there's no producer behind it. That was just one of those days you felt inspired.
I wasn't inspired. No, I wasn't inspired. I was I had a few, you know, it like was me and Energy, so I had a few drinks. So I was in the studio and I was like, I had an argument. Someone, man, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna rap now. But then I was like a bit tipsy. That's why I say, as ek praat op my naam gaat 'n body geweek word. Ek het 2 beats wat wag by die airport. Staan voor die mic as ek dik gesyp, drop ek nog altyd 'n hits wanneer ek wag ho. Staan voor die mic as ek dik gesyp, drop ek nog altyd 'n hits wanneer ek weet ek se rap good. So I was in the moment. So it wasn't like planned. It was just like put the beat on in the moment. I'm in that mood now. Put the mic on. And then I was calling Energy like, away. Wacht hier man, ik zie aan niks drugs gesyp staan voor die mic. Allemaal zo, maar het klinkt aan man. So he was like, away, gaan verder met het. And then I left the song there, and then it was like I go out, I just have a few drinks, and then I go about my day, and then I come back later, and then I go. Sa gaat as ek kom in jou rigting, maar as ek so met daardie punt gister gefok met 'n baie in Clifton. So it was like just, you know, being myself and freestyling. Oh yeah, being in that realm, man, you know. Oh yeah.
Do you ever go through writer's block?
Yeah, definitely. Because I like to give my listeners quality music, so I don't like to I don't like to say anything on a track. So when I record, then I have like 16 versions of one song. Like, you know, sit my voor 'n mic, dan wys ek jou vandag ek dala 'n homicide. But before that it's maybe like wat wil sy nou praat? Sy weet dan ek maak vir jou Afrika se homicide. Then it's like, nah man. Then I get the writer's block. Then I'm like, nah man, I have so many things to say, but I want to say the perfect thing. See? So then I do it, and then they're like, oh, I go through like the writer's block a lot. See? But I don't write So I don't know, is it still a writer's block? If you freestyle, it's also like you freestyle.
Kind of, no?
But I know what you're referring to, yeah. There's always some time a delay in a song.
Did you listen to Lil Wayne's latest album? And what do you think about it?
I was this morning. I was waking up, so I scrolled through Apple Music. Then I searched Lil Wayne, and then I listened to the song that has the most streams of the album. But I didn't actually tap into it like that. I didn't like. I could listen to it like for 8 seconds, and I go out. My attention span is very short, so I didn't listen to it.
And on that topic of the attention span, the audience out there, they also listen like to music like
15 seconds, 20 seconds.
Do you think making a 2-minute or 3-minute song is necessary?
Yeah, yes. Don't waste your time. Don't burn yourself. Have fun with the song. Have fun at the end of the day. Don't do too much, man. Just give them something and stay calm and stay laid back. Make it look easy. So yeah.
And then on the music that you drop in, like you drop, has like your songs been rejected by a manager? Maybe you make a song and doesn't come in. It's like
yeah, that song that I'm like no. It's like songs like maybe wat sê ek aan 'n number? Wat ek 'n voorbeeld maak, man. Die sagte numbers, man. Like hy numbers wat ek maak soos een ik weet soms af ook ik bij ik op zij staan maar ook bij hij hoeft van hij in ge aan mijn flauwe ade Jana en mijn baby mama hij me nou zachte numbers maar hij hoeft van hij harde numbers zien zijn my manager always tell me why tala trip number man like maak harde numbers is homicide ze moet zomaar always when I'm in the studio then I'm like ik drop wel een body zeg ik start voor die krokodil. Then he also like mumbles like his own thing. Yeah, LUDA G, see I swipe pick your body and like he always like encourages me to do that. The bump tracks, the hype tracks. He doesn't like like when I go soft, yeah. But he does step into it and after a while, he starts to grow onto it. But my manager always tells me, "Why LUDA? Als ze gaan voor een number of als ze drop hard, maar ik zie drop hard op die niggas of zo." He's always like, he's always operational ready, man. He's always like telling me like, don't let your guard down, man. You see?
Does your manager ever say like, yo, kan ik samen op een song?
Yes, he does. There's moments we cry together. We cried once together. No, only once. Twice. Because the type of realm the music takes you into. It's like that's why I say always put your heart in it, so because you can tell a story that someone else can't tell, but you can tell it, and they relate to that feeling. So there was once or twice where he told me that he also has something to tell. We must do something, and for me as an artist, everybody is an artist, but not everyone knows how to deliver it, But yeah, man.
That's real, yeah.
That's my own.
I like that.
So there was definitely.
He's operational already. I like that.
Yeah, he's operational already.
My manager is operational.
He's
already.
like I'm lurking and then he's with the sniper. So always on guard.
On guard. He's operational already. I like that. Yeah. I have something for you if you want to. Just a quick one. Get you home.
Oh ja, het is song moest. So mixen Remy met die motor. So je ziet Remy. En hij zegt niet.
Okay, wait.
Dus we niet hebben line up. Is
already Remy in hier,
ready?
Mixen Remy met die motor.
Call supremacy. Mix Remy maten met die Hennessy. As net zie je weet die na memory. Toen die kak van mijn bloed en mijn family. Ik vat alles saus. Volgens hoe is jij tijd in die halle grow. Iets als tijd om te op, man zit aan die stove. Tot ik freak ga ik represent alle goats. Wordt tot de einde toe bitches nooit vallen goats.
En jij wil mixen Remy. Hennessy. Call it supremacy. Supremacy.
Fuck me nee. Spannen bij. Yo, that's hard, bro.
How we getting you into the zone,
Yeah.
And I heard you mention coats and stuff, no? So how did that come about?
And that's why I love this process of brainstorming and being creative. There was a song, then I was like, ja, hoe gaat dat nummer nog weer? Was een van mijn eerste nummers. But then the people actually heard me say the word goat. And then there was like, away, wanneer had die goats weer erop, man? So they actually gave me that name. Actually, they gave us that name. It was me and Pengi in the beginning, so there was like, away, wanneer had die goats erop? Of the goats is he. Then I was like, nah, man, let's call ourselves the goats. Because I was LUDA and he was Pengi. And then it was like, then like, you know, like, nothing that I do is like planned, man. Like Spano by, fuck man, I goated life, Drello by. Like it's all stuff the fans choose, and I just run with it.
So
yeah.
the G in LUDA is for the goat.
No, I just wanted to have a name like that's dope. So I was like, so this came in grade 6 already. Like, so my cousin was like, nah, his name is that, and I was like, nah. Nou is my naam dan LUDA G dan. So I also like just ran with that name to like have a dope name. Because people called me like Ludwig, you know. But then I was like, nah man, as ik noem me no LUDA, ik is LUDA G. So yeah, that's how that name came about.
And that's been the name from the beginning up until now.
Nah, there was no other rap name like, no man. No, it's just like LUDA and LUDA G, that's all. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Just LUDA. So, huh? The high school question.
Oh.
Yes, yeah. So, do you think a lot of your fame, or not fame, your fans came with you from the high school times?
No. I was actually not. I was not
popular in high school.
I will not say not popular. I will say I had my own clique. We had our. But that's school fame, man, you know. But then it's like when I got into music, and then it's like I left school. They already knew I was like LUDA. But then it was like when I started to get money and get paid, and like then I left school. So it was like they remember me being there, but it was like I was never touch LUDA on school. I was never like the LUDA on school. They know me.
They know you as Ludwig.
But then when I got into the game, then I wasn't in school anymore. Like I left school and
I understand. So
I went to.
You built your own fan base again from afterwards, a strong.
No, there was
base.
one time that my parents was like, "Oh wait, I'm not teruggaan." So I was like, I went back just for them to like be satisfied, and then I packed my books and I dress me well. So I go to school. You know, I always dress me well with a blazer and. My pants is almost like it's skinny pants and like with garage uppers.
It's almost.
But then they know me. They're like, "Oh, why LUDA?" So I'm like, "Yeah, nah, you know, I'm back here." And then I just wrote my exams and so. But after a while, you know, you can't force something. You know, I actually wanted to be at home with the mic and with the laptop and just making music and, you know, out there on the road living this life, man. You know, and being a voice for my people. So. I'm taking this position and I stand with this position.
Alright, then you're standing on it strong.
I'm standing on business.
Stand on that.
Fuck man, yes. Panobay. My time.
Oh, right. Then, and now I like this game we like playing, you know. I'm gonna give you stuff that you must tell me. Give me options, and then you must tell us where you see yourself doing it. I call it, what would you do? Right, so now, again, you've worked with a lot of big people, big artists in the game. So we're gonna maybe throw in spanners in there, different spanners, you know, and then see where your mind will take you. Right, so I always say we will start where we're sitting. So as we're lounging here now, the people are enjoying themselves, everything is happening. And then as we coming in, you know, you might be sitting here and two artists come in. What was the artist I was thinking about? Oh yes, it was Nasty and Youngster. So if they must walk in here now, who is the first person you're choosing?
Nah, you know, I can, and you said I can cuss, but I don't know what I know. Nasty is big, ne? But to be honest, bro, but I'm not gonna cuss now. But I don't know what the hell is going on there by his music. I'm not tapped into Nasty like that. I respect him as an artist and I respect him as a person. And shout out to Nasty C. But ouwens van my is dit makliker om 'n hy broer te ken man. Vir Youngster, ek ken vir Youngster. Ek het my colored broer se poot. Ek ken vir Youngster. Ek het opgegroot geraak met Youngster. So I know Youngster, so like it can feel. It's like almost you don't know somebody and you know someone. You're gonna go to someone you know. It's like that,
Okay,
you
no,
know.
that's facts though. So you stick to the homegrown, someone
Yeah.
that you know, someone that you also can fucks with.
Yeah.
I like that. Then now as you go into studio, you and Youngster spitting verses. Song is getting flames, bro. It's a heated moment now. You're doing your verse. In that same time, Tyler, international Tyler, out Tyler, walk in and she's like, I can see you bring some R&B and some Afro with me, but I don't see myself working with Youngster. Do you stay with Youngster?
No, you
or
know,
do you go with Tyler?
and that is very important, guys. And I think, you know, many of us, this is like not only something I go through, but many of us are faced with that questions, you know. But stay real to yourself, you know. You are busy with something, and if you're busy with something and you got something going for yourself, don't think with your emotions, man. You know, just, you know, stay busy, stay focused with what you busy with. Ik zal wel zeggen dat ik die song eerst klaar maak en dan ga ik weer samen niet operaat.
Okay, you
Maar
put on the sideline.
ik is bizar om te focus with doing something, you know. And it's not like I do not believe in myself to get myself also there. Because I know, you know.
Okay, no, I like that. I like that you focus. You don't care if it's a
you
bigger
know,
artist. You don't
never.
care if you have more streams, more money.
No, but that's the thing. I actually, every time when I interact with people, I tell them I see them as I see myself. You know, I was just like say, Kagi, I'm not the person that is like rude, but I will treat you normal. I will say I'm busy. You know, we must finish this thing now.
It's important.
I'm gonna talk to you again, yeah. You know, we can do that again. We can work again, yeah.
I was gonna add on to that.
yeah.
Any other artists you'd like to bring in, and then one, because now I know you. Okay, let's keep it local, right?
I'm more excited for local artists. You know, I'm not lying on God. If someone is telling me like, if I'm working with someone, and then I see like an underrated dope artist coming in, and I'm like, oh, yeah, why nah, no moet zuiver, laat ik samen die man week.
Yeah.
So I'm more tapped into real, I'm not
So
saying.
then on that, then you give us 5 local artists that you would like to feature with, besides the ones you did with, like the people that you
I would like to
feature with.
feature with Young K Fly. I would like to feature with I don't know, man, for real. But it's like the thing is, when I see them, you can see the things in these kids, man. You know, there's a lot of people outside that's really, you know, they're really grinding and they're really working for the spot, man. You know, so give it to them, you know.
No, I like that. So I like the fact you like local, bro. So when you bring international people, and then let's say if someone had to give $1 million and say, now I'll give you $1 million, but leave everything with Youngster and you're gonna take the $1 million, or you're gonna stick to focus?
No, bro. You know,
the money's gonna speak.
It's like, I won't lie, bro. Me and my team, we can make that $1 million in a year, you know.
Nah, facts.
So,
Facts. I like that.
So
like
you know,
that.
there's not a price to my loyalty and to anything, bro. If I got something going with someone, you know, I respect that. And the people that know me and are watching this, they know that they know that's not kept, you know.
Yeah.
So you can go ask about me. You can ask anyone about me. Loyalty over everything, my G.
I respect that. Well done, sir.
So deze artist, I don't know if you're familiar with him, T12. He wrote you a letter. And
Yeah, he was
you
on
want
the
to
show last week.
read it out?
He was on the show last week, so every week we give the artist a letter from the previous artist, which means at the end of the show, you are going to write a letter to the next artist.
Okay.
But this comes from D12.
Okay.
So you must read it out, take it out and read it. We didn't read it yet, we didn't see it.
I'm gonna read it loud. What?
Yeah, read it loud and then you say it. The man even went to go fetch a pen, it's open. I think he wrote to him.
Was with that 12, who's respect for you. You inspire me too also. I'm trying to get a hold of you. Let's put in some work. Liefde, generaal 12.
Yeah, straight from the 12, straight to you, bro. So before we end, you will also have a chance to write a letter to the next artist. We don't know who that is yet, so then you will then leave a note to them and then go from there.
Ja, LUDA G. So, is daar misschien een QueenPin feature?
You know,
In the future? Ik rijd eindelijk een song samen, Motion.
We have something
If the people know, they know.
Yeah, you know, and you know, there's room for improvement, so why not? Why can't we both go harder on something else? You know, there's endless features, endless opportunities. So let's go for it.
Dus ja.
Always.
Nice.
So QueenPin. Always got love for QueenPin.
Nice.
Shout out QueenPin. QueenPin, Queen Spin. Spin away.
And then for this setting, this environment, what do you think this setting can do for other artists? Because now you feel, I see you comfortable, you got into telling us who you are and where your mind is at. How do you think this can help other artists, this platform?
I hope I hope the viewers I hope they get my message, and the people that that come onto this podcast, I hope that you also feel as welcomed as comfortable as I feel, and I hope that you speak from the heart and you speak from your soul and just be yourself. So I'm looking forward to you guys also tapping into many more artists as you did to me today. So stick it, guys, man. Come have a session. Come talk. Come have a, spin by, man. I say.
Luda, is there any advice for upcoming artists that's looking to become a rapper like you?
Yo, bro, it gets lonely. It's like you can, bro. If I can tap in deep, we get a lot of broke days. A lot of days we feel alone. We feel like this is not gonna work. But as long as you have that faith and you believe in your music and you put your heart and your soul into it, it cannot go wrong, because there's real niggas out there. There's real bitches also out there, There's people tapping into the stuff. There's people feeling your hunger, and let me say it like this. To anyone pursuing something you believe in, there's phases you're gonna go through. But go through that phase and keep your head up. So that's me. That's my message.
That's the quote for
Shout
the
out.
day.
That's the quote for the day.
And then, thank you, Luda. So inspired. I feel inspired by that. Remember in the beginning of the show, I said I'm going to have the fans think of questions. It's been about that time.
Yeah.
Is there people in the background that have any questions directed to Luda? Anything you guys would like to know about him? So if you have the questions, you can just shout it out. I see there's a hand up there.
When last did you see Young OG?
When last did you see Young OG?
Didn't we see Young OG last week when we went both this? But the boot camp, yeah, we saw Young OG by the boot camp. Shout out OG. When I hear that name, Young OG, is just like I want to smile, So shout out Young OG, man.
Young OG. So you saw him last week, guys.
Yeah.
There's a new tracks with OG from last week, from the boot camp. Anything?
No.
Nothing new.
There's something we need to do, but you can always expect something from me and OG. You know what we did, stirring up the game.
First day out.
Shout out to Young OG, man. He also brought me from Paul to Cape Town. If you're talking about musically, he has his fan base. And he featured me on that track. Ik had gisteren gepraat met Young op je phone. So then they heard it in Cape Town and then they fucks with me. Spanno bij me mensen, man.
Okay, is there any other questions from the crowds for Luda? Anything else you guys would like to know?
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna answer that one now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. Okay. Must I speak English or?
Of
Inakataal.
Inakataal.
Oh, ja. Gaat ik voor jou antwoord ook in Afrikaans.
Your muziek, no?
Ja.
So, do you relate to your music that you make?
Yo, that's why I say, you must. It's like something you can't explain, man. Put your soul into it. Like, if I can definitely spot something now, then you will all feel it, But I'm just like, if I'm saying it, like, if you will hear, like, definitely I put my heart and my soul into my music, And you guys the listeners will definitely feel it and know it,
Do you relate to your music?
Yes, yeah. Not the. Okay, like what type of music?
Yeah. So now,
Oh, it's getting interesting.
your music, right?
Okay.
So,
What genre though? What genre?
when like all of your music.
Nah, but you get like how net fast so mooi, and then you get the.
Some of your love songs
uh.
that you have, but then there's the majority that has the numbers.
Yeah.
Right? If you know what I mean.
Yes.
It has the numbers. So with that music that you have,
That is the numbers.
so with the chopping and the cutting the body.
No.
Is that like
I think no one is a bad person, But it's like at zijn van mij gaat ze sag, gaat ik voor jou kasi ik zak mijn kar laag of ik kan voor jou iets zeggen wat ruim met iets zoals je altijd wat ik like een amber zo bedoel om zo te visie, maar als je mij get een topic kan ik rippen was ik kan van mij nog iets zeggen hard of zacht.
so now it's in more than.
Maar ik relate naar die dingen zoals toe wat ik nou zie. Misschien ik zal voor jou kap met een Draco. Because I'm not that type of person, I'm a lovely person,
I understand, yes, but if it's in more than one song, do you think that's like something that
I
Is
think
it
it's
a
about...
message?
Ik denk dat zij die huis schoonmaken, luisteren zij misschien gospel en als zij niet zo luisteren, luisteren zij gom. Zo het hangt af waar ze gaat is, als ze mijn nummers kan luisteren. Zij kan een nummer luisteren als ze niet koeile, of ze kan een nummer luisteren als ze mijn broer zo. Dat is die antwoord, spannen bij. Is het clear?
Spannen bij. Wat? Dat? Oh, that. And then we had a question from this side about your girls.
I got this girls from Aussie. Spannen bij, maar zij put in the top one. Okay. Spannen bij. Shout out Aussie, shout out Only Dope. En ja, als ik het van Aussie ontmoet bij Only Dope Records, toen je van mij gezien dat we moeten link up. Guys, you know, it's like you're meeting new people, endless possibilities. Als je alsof ik like een alles gedaan met mezelf, ik ontmoet mensen, ik engage met mensen. Ik ploet het voor mij geweest waar om die broek te krijgen. Maar de ene zit mij geweest waar om die jacket te krijgen. So like
Team effort.
I am a representative of how much love and effort people really put into me, man.
Okay, and you portrayed really well, bro. Alright, and then that's a last question. Last, nothing else you want to know? I see there's a hand here at the back. What's your question?
Bro, you must the lyrical orientation.
Lyrical orientation. Are you asking me the question? Oh, are you?
Oh, me. You know, I have to take off my glasses now. I must.
Oh, you got real, you must the lyrical orientation.
Wat betekent hij?
I know the orientation. You lyrical, you oriented. You know, like the way you portray yourself. I don't know. You want to elaborate on that? Maybe you want to simplify it for him?
You want to simplify it, maybe?
The lyrical orientation is okay. I want to back that it is humble.
Oh, yo, you know what? Yo, now I can like answer that question. Us is by humble, you know. You can ask anyone who interact with me, and you know, zij kan van mij zetten. You can put me in the jungle. You can put me between people. You can put me anywhere, you know. Zij kan van mij nou een mic ook brengen. Daar kan ik nou veel wijs maken met een beat. Maar ze kan van mij op een podcast ook zitten. En dan kan ik praten met mensen. So, lyrical orientated. Ik als hij. Nou,
you stick to what you say and you do what you say. Okay, nice. I like that. I like the questions coming. I appreciate it. Was there another one? Was there any hands from the outside world? No other questions?
Must the energy, don't you have a question for me?
No,
okay.
No questions from management, nothing?
Kan ook vragen?
Hoe was het biryani wat je gegeten?
Yo, ik wil wel vragen, maar ik wil ook hier vragen. Maar ik wil wel vragen, wie heeft hij biryani gemaakt, man? Koos hij biryani, zeg, sino eet ik biryani? Yo, ik heb alles gegeten. Nee, kijk hier, shout-out voor jou wat die biryani gemaakt heeft.
Simone.
Shout-out Simone, dat die biryani gemaakt heeft.
And then, and then on that saying shout-out, and then from you, Nathan, you want to shout-out anyone? Because we're almost nearing the end now. Shout-out to the people
I
who
gave shout-outs already, but shout-out everyone for coming. Shout-out everyone for pulling through, for showing interest. And I hope we all see each other again. Allemaal wat in die kamer en als ik wapos interact weer met elkaar. En als het allemaal is alle energy en is dat big energy en is niet lekker vibes en geef jullie eens ja een klap in mijn guys man.
Right, and then from our side, always from the lounge, we just want to say thank you to everyone that came through. Thank you to Portugal for always giving us a good environment to be in. You know, the energy is always there when we come here. We want to say thank you to Kulprit, always helping me out. We want to say thank you to everyone that does a great job, our cameraman, the people sitting in the background. You guys make it amazing. You make it interesting to come here on a Sunday and do, you know, I feel like this is my job. So I love doing my job. And then I would like to say thank you. And if you're sitting in this room, didn't like, subscribe, any of that, I'm gonna tell you, you're pussy also. Because if you didn't do it, please make yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable and go like and subscribe the stuff that we're doing. Go like and subscribe the stuff that LUDA's doing, and go like and subscribe the stuff that QueenPin is doing. Because we're out here to show you guys that we want to change the Cape Town scene. So once again, thank you guys for pulling through. That was the Lyric Lounge, and we out.
One more time.
LUDA G in the building, people. Appreciate you. Cheers. On the hour. Timing.